What's going on, YouTube? Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's Saturday, July 23rd. Up here on I-81 in Pennsylvania. Just starting the day. I stayed at this little AM Best truck stop at exit 104. Not much there. Fuel was about $5.64. Nothing to eat really except Burger King. But they do have a CAT scale and they do have parking, so not a lot of parking, but they do have about 1, 2, 3, 4, 10, maybe 20 spots. But I've never had an issue parking there, so busy little place with travelers. But we got to deliver Monday morning in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, so I'm gonna go to the TA tonight in Knoxville and do a 34-hour reset there and drive up to Murfreesboro Monday morning, I guess. I could make it to well, no, I'd be an hour short, so see if we gain any time. I doubt I'm gonna pick up an hour, but if I can gain at least 30 minutes off this time, I'll drive the 30 minutes over. It don't bother me. I'm an independent contractor. They don't complain about my logs. So guys, you can tell I got the truck back. Got my truck back. What a 4 months, man, it's been with this truck. It's been in the shop longer than I've had it, basically. It's crazy. But you can tell from the pictures she was in an accident. I wasn't even driving. I was parked at a truck stop on home time, and two jackasses decided that they want to play switch parking spots, but didn't work out that way. So explain what happened is there was a truck parked on my left and there was a curb on my right, so I didn't have to worry about anybody hitting me on the right side. It was just that left side. So there was a truck parked there apparently, but he didn't pay for a reserve spot. He was just waiting to see if a free parking spot would open up, because that place is small. There's not many parking spots at that Flying J, and it's just a complete shithole. So in the meantime, he's parked in the reserve spot. There's a guy parked in the free spot that had reserved a spot but couldn't back into him because they were all full. So once somebody left the reserve spot, that triggered the guy that was parked into the free spot to back in. Because hell, once you reserve it, they're not giving you the money back. You can get to the truck stop and be wide open. You can be the only truck there, don't need the reserve spot, but they're not giving you any money back. I have gotten it back on occasion, but it's iffy if they're gonna do it. So the guy that was parked next to me, he's waiting for a free spot to open up. So once the guy that was parked in the free area decided he's going to back into a reserve spot, that triggers this guy, not knowing what the other guy was about to do. He figured he's just leaving. He pulls out behind him. So now the guy can't back into the reserve spot because this guy's up his ass. The guy that ends up hitting me thinks that he's leaving, so he's behind them trying to straighten out his truck so he can back straight across the parking lot.
In 2 miles, keep right onto I-81 south toward Harrisburg.
So in the process of all this shenanigans, the guy that ends up hitting me jumps out of his truck to tell the guy to move so he can back up. But he never set the brakes on his truck. and it ended up rolling back into my hood and my bumper. Thank God it didn't do any damage to the wheel or any of the steering controls and stuff like that. It was just all cosmetic. But I was able to drive it to Peterbilt in Smyrna / Nashville, and it sat there for 4 months. And it wasn't the insurance. The company sent over, once I got the estimate for $18,000, the guy that hit me, nice kid, man, been driving for a year. His company took full blame, full responsibility. They sent over the check, but it was just a waiting game on parts, man. Everything was on back order. Took 2.5 months to get a hood, about a month to get a bumper. It even took time to get the hinge that,
Half a mile, keep right onto I-81
or the bracket that holds the hood on when you open it up. Everything took time. And luckily, the company I'm leased to was nice enough to let me use one of their loader trucks. Which makes me think, man, what happens if you're a full owner-operator and something like that happens? Are you just shit out of luck, or do you end up suing the person that hit you for downtime, or how does that work? But we got her. So they called me up the week before the 4th of July. They're like, hey, your truck is done, you can come get it. So I'm like, all right. I just happened to be in Murfreesboro. Just happened to work out. And I get over there, and the truck I was using needed to go in the shop because it was throwing engine codes. It wasn't sending them to the truck, but it was sending them somewhere. So something was going on, but the truck was driving fine. Every once in a while, the engine light would come on for about 10-15 minutes, and it would go off, and then it would be off for days. So I get over there, and this is where I made a mistake. I had a spare key for my truck. I found the truck in a parking lot, and I swapped my stuff out first. I should have started my truck up to make sure everything was okay. I didn't do that. I switched out the stuff, turned the truck I was using into the repair shop, and decided I was going to go on down the road. Didn't make it far when all hell broke loose. I got about 2 miles, 2 exits down the road on I-24, and the DEF system went completely nuts, man. It instantly went into limp home mode. It was all crazy. I ended up being towed back to Peterbilt, and it turned out it was a DEF sensor and some kind of wire harness. But that took another week. So meanwhile, the truck I had dropped off earlier in the day, I couldn't get that one back because they had already taken it inside. And turned out it needed, they said a water pump, which I don't understand that, because I'm no diesel mechanic, but I know from car experiences, whenever a water pump goes out, it either starts leaking, in which I've never put a single drop of antifreeze in that truck in 4 months, or it locks the pulley up, which causes the belt to break, or sometimes it just doesn't put enough water through the engine and it runs hot, but none of that was the case. So I don't know what they ended up actually fixing on that truck, because I ended up Ubering to the yard in Nashville, and they put me in a Volvo, which is a funny story itself, because when I first leased on here, the Volvo is the primary truck that they use. It's the big Volvo with the bed that folds into the table. And I had my hopes on it. And when I got there, of course, they have 4 people in orientation and 2 Volvos. So I ended up getting back into the Peterbilt like frigate. You know, driven a Peterbilt most of my life. I just had one for 4.5 years. Never had one issue with it other than PM service. That thing was never in a shop. So I'm like, what could go wrong, you know? And boy, was I wrong on that, because this truck's been nothing but in the shop. Hold on a minute. Bear with me, my allergies are kicking my ass. It's causing me to cough and all kinds of shit going on. So, what was I saying? So I ended up getting that Volvo, and I drove that for about a week and a half, and it didn't take me long to realize I'm glad I didn't get that truck, because those things shift hard. They're automatics, but and I'm not a fan of automatic. I'm used to a 13 speed or 18 speed. Obviously a 10 speed will do, but I prefer the 13s or the 18s. Might as well be a 13, because I've never split all 18 gears on a 18 speed, so. So I got the truck back last Saturday, and made it down to Texas and back, up to Pennsylvania, and so far so good, man. But now it's decision time. You know, the last couple months I've been thinking about moving on from this company because the pay is inconsistent. I've been trying to make up my mind whether or not I want to go back to entertainment or just regular freight. Whatever I end up doing, I definitely want to get away from the refrigerator side of this shit. And mainly because I'm fat and lazy, and I don't want these crazy ass appointment times of 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. And that's what most of these warehouses operate like. When I pick up Monday at Tyson Foods in Shelbyville, that's got a 5 a.m. Wednesday delivery up in Norfolk, Virginia. And that's kind of my limit. Even that pisses me off. But I deal with it, you know. I'm more of a 7 or 8 o'clock type guy. Oh, come on, people. Jesus. So, I got a lot of things going on. So then I get a phone call last week. Apparently the owner of this company is trying to sell it, man. So far everything's fell through, but I think he's talking to one more person. But if they don't buy it as of August 15th, that'll be the last load that you pick up. And I think that they're playing friggin' games, because I got a phone call yesterday from from the guy that offers me loads, because I can't go on the load board and pick them. They have to give me choices. I tell them where I want to go, and they're like, well, this is what's available, blah, 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 and I got full choice, you know? No questions asked. You know, he'll put his input in if I try to do something that really doesn't make sense. If he doesn't think it's good money-wise. And he saved me a couple times from doing something stupid. But he's like, don't give up hope yet that they're currently talking with somebody. So, and I don't want to play that game. I need to know now. And then I heard that from the nighttime guy that you call up, like whenever you make your deliveries or pickups, he said that they were giving out a small severance package. Now, I don't know if they would be giving that to the drivers or just their employees. I mean, if we're getting it, then I'd like to stick around to the end to get that. But don't keep playing games telling me that, hey, we're talking to somebody, and then the 15th rolls around and boom, all of a sudden you're closed and I'm out of a job, you know? Which I would never let happen anyway. I mean, I do plan on moving along. So I guess I could start looking and tell them that I'm looking to start the first week in September, because my birthday's the 27th, so I'd like to take a week or two off and relax, get some fishing in and whatnot. A lot of decisions. Got some personal decisions in my personal life to make coming up here next year when my lease is up in May. You watched my last video. We're going to be going our own way from the wife, just waiting for the lease to end. So, yeah, that's still months and months and months away. I don't know what's going to happen, but I don't think either one of us really want to work it out. I think it's just time to move on. Obviously, she's got the little girl. I can't take care of her. I'm not even home. And that's part of the problem. It's because I'm not there. And when I am there, she doesn't want anything to do with me because I'm a stranger to her. And it kind of gives me an attitude which causes my wife to get mad. And I'm not going to regret to say that I'm not going to regret the adoption, because I don't. I do it again in a heartbeat. But sucks that I'm not there, you know. And I can't find a local job that pays anywhere near close to what I'm making out here now, or over the road, or in the entertainment section. So, a lot of decisions, man. A lot of things going to happen here in the next year. That's for damn sure. Not going to leave her high and dry, though. I'm going to make sure she's situated no matter what happens. Even though she pissed me off. You know, if you know for 2.5 years you're not happy, and then when our lease is coming up and I'm telling you I really don't want to renew it, that it's getting too expensive and I don't think the house is worth it, and you act like you don't give a fuck in the world, well, then it pisses me off when we sign a new lease and as soon as it goes into effect, you throw all this shit at me. And that's exactly what happened. I think she was just making sure she had a place to live for a year. So she got one over on me. Well played. But anyway, how you guys been, man? How have you guys been? So if anybody's watching this, which I doubt, and you actually work for a pretty good company, man, let me know. You know, I'll check it out, see what they have to offer, and if there's any referral money, I'll hook you up. I'll put your name down. But I can't take home less than $1,500. I just can't do it a week. Back off of here. This damn thing's beeping on you. So I'm thinking, I'm leaning towards the entertainment thing, guys. I'm probably going to go back to that, because once I do get her situated in a house or apartment next year, I won't have anything to pay for other than my car, which is like $500 a month plus my insurance. So I have no problems living in a truck or a hotel for
2 miles.
a year or whatever, to save up that money. You know, that'd be $1,900 in my bank account instead of somebody else's bank account, you know. Just sucks starting over. You don't know anybody. You got to deal with these lead drivers that have friggin' attitudes, or think that they're the whole friggin' production of the show, when in reality all you are is somebody backing a fucking truck into a hole. You egomaniac idiots.
South toward Carlisle.
I screwed up when I left the red truck company. Yeah, I cleaned that truck the best I could, man. It pisses me off that they wouldn't bring me back because of that. And there was issues with the truck when I got it. It wasn't detailed when I got it. I picked it up from a Peterbilt dealer up in Cleveland, Ohio. Had a damn dashboard fire. And I mentioned this a couple times in my videos. Whoever had the truck did a fairly decent job cleaning the truck out, but didn't touch anything in the refrigerator. And he had milk, cottage cheese, orange juice, yogurt, and half of that shit wasn't in plastic jugs. It was in those.
2 miles. Keep left onto I-81 South toward Carlisle.
It was in the old paper ones. And when the truck sits there, not being turned on after a while, that refrigerator shuts off, and all that shit goes bad. And that's exactly what happened. It all soaked through the cartons. So I didn't know any better. I would go to open up the refrigerator to put my shit in there, and this mixture of goob comes pouring the fuck out onto the carpet. Man, it made that truck smell for months. What I should have did, where I screwed up, is I should have refused to drive it. But, man, it was middle of August. I was in the middle of Bruno Mars tour, and I had no air conditioning in the truck. The APU went out, and then the main air conditioner went out. It was corrosion where they charged the Freon. The lines were broke. So I had no option but to drive that truck. And I sent pictures in, told the guy what happened, and he's like, I'll take care of it. Never did. He ends up getting the boot from the company, and I'm shit out of luck because I can't back it up. As far as they know, I damaged the rug, the carpet.
In half a mile, Keep left onto I-81 South toward Carlisle.
But you know what? I think they're just being petty because I left them during COVID. And I'm starting to see now that a couple other guys that left are trying to go back, and they won't bring them back either, so. No bad ill about the company though, man. Great money there, great people. Just don't like the way that situation got handled. I think I got screwed over. And I had those pictures on my phone for 2.5 years before I finally stumbled across them, and I'm like, well, you know, I don't need these anymore, and I deleted them because they were taking up memory. I was running out of storage on my phone. You know, sure enough, I should have saved those damn things. Said the truck had an odor, but you probably did when you're living in a truck for 4 years. It probably does smell, and you get used to it and don't even realize it. Well, a month prior to leaving there, I had noticed that there was water starting to get in underneath the bunk somehow. And I think that's where the smell was coming from. Because I really did keep the truck as clean as I could, man. I mean, I don't know what his problem was. I mainly think it was the carpet he was complaining about. Man, it took months and months and months to get that smell out of that refrigerator. Boxes and boxes and boxes of baking soda. No matter what you put in there, it could be a sealed gallon of orange juice and you pour it in a cup, and I'd swear I could taste that smell. Tell you what though, no matter where I end up, this next truck ain't gonna have this damn safety distance on. Now I am a little close to this truck, I admit. I could back off, but I know I could stop in time. I know how the truck handles. I know my weight back there. I know I could stop. I hope. I think. Pretty sure I could. But 18 years, I've never rear-ended anybody. And I don't need this damn truck telling me how to drive. And I get it, just for insurance purposes, they put it on there, but I don't need this shit. I did call a company up. I saw them on Facebook. And I'm not going to give any names because they're not looking for a lot of drivers. They only got 70 drivers. And they said they're in no hurry to hire anybody. But I talked to the guy. Felt like he liked me, and I told him I'd get my application in. And I think I'm gonna, when I stop tonight, I gotta do a 34-hour reset. So I got all day tomorrow. I got a couple places I want to put my application in and see what happens. Well, I got a clean record, so I should be able to go anywhere. It's just the money, man, the money. Like, I just think 60 cents is a low ball, but that seems average for what companies are wanting to pay, you know? And maybe it's just because I've been out of the cents per mile for about, what, five years now? Longer than that. I don't think I've ever gotten paid by the mile since, let me think. Let me shink. Started with Warner back in
2 miles, keep right onto I-81 south toward I-81.
Back in 2004, 24 cents a mile. Left Warner, got a local job in New Jersey, and that was 25% of their load. I left there, got paid by the hour. Left there because I moved to Ohio, and that was for the auto parts, with some of my videos way back when are filmed with that blue Kenworth day cab. Man, that truck was a beast. Got a video on there of that thing turning 1 million miles. That was paid by the route. So I guess First Fleet was by the mile.
In half a mile, keep right onto I-81 south toward I-81.
I'm trying to think. First Fleet, I delivered groceries for Kroger, and I believe that was by the mile. But that job sucked. I realized real quick that grocery hauling wasn't for me, but I'm the type of guy, man, if you're nice enough to give me a job and I don't hate it from day one, I don't like it from day one, I gotta give you a year, man. I gotta stick it out a year. I left there after a year, burnt their truck to the ground. Got accused of failure to do a pre-trip. 9.5 hours into the shift. Brake chamber locked up, caused a fire, and didn't even realize it was happening because it was icy out, and apparently I was just dragging that shit down the road, felt no resistance, made it to the store, went to turn around and back into the dock, and that's when I saw the flames. But they ended up getting that truck fixed, man. It wasn't as bad as it sounds, but it was on my record for the longest time. Left there, went back to the Honda company that dealt with Honda with the blue truck. And then once my ex passed away, that's when I came down here to Tennessee. Delivered the Mahindra tractors that are in some of my videos. There's a video me getting out of the truck and into the building just in time before this damn crazy ass storm came by. You could see it on camera. It was a wild ass storm, boy. Another 5 seconds, I would have been nailed in that shit. But that was, how the hell did we get paid there? How the hell did I get paid? I am trying to think. I'm thinking maybe it was... Man, how did I get paid at that company? It wasn't a salary because my check was up and down all the time, and that caused a lot of issues. That was a rough job, but it was easy. Deliver those tractors out, and then they broker your load back to Chattanooga, and you do it again. Yeah, I guess that was by the mile. I just don't remember how much it was. I have no clue. But that was it. From there on, it's been either salary or now I get, you know, the rate that I get from the brokers. I'm not going to say trucking is a great lifestyle. Because it'll kill your health in a heartbeat. You got to be dedicated to staying healthy and eating good to be out here, or you're going to end up looking like me and every other fat truck driver. But trucking, I'm sure, ruins a lot of relationships. You miss out on everything if you have any children. With this company, it's not bad. Like, if I want to go home, I go home. But man, you miss 1 or 2 days, and it's like it takes 2 weeks to catch up money-wise from that shit. But I will tell you this, guys. If by chance you are thinking about becoming a truck driver, and I don't think you are, but if you are watching this video, if you're in a relationship and you're a jealous person, this is not going to be the profession for you, because you will have nothing but free time. Not even free time, but just time while you're driving down this damn road to have everything going through your head. And if you're a jealous person that just swears your girlfriend is cheating on you while you're gone, you are going to convince yourself that she is, even if she's not. You just have nothing but time for all that stuff to run through your brain and make you think crazy, man. And if anybody that drives a truck is disagreeing with me right now, you're lying or you're in denial. If you have any type of problems, you ain't gonna be doing nothing but driving yourself nuts thinking about it. Like today, I got a 9-hour drive straight. Have to stop to take a 30-minute break. Other than that, just driving down the road. The hell are you gonna do for 9 hours but drive your brain crazy? Or maybe you'll get lucky and get a job where you can bring your girlfriend with you if she don't work. Half these bitches don't work anymore anyway. bums me out. This is the little bitch that I am, what pisses me off, what makes me jealous. Monday through Friday, I don't care. But on the weekends when I gotta drive like this, and I cross over a lake or a river, and there's people out there fishing or boating, that's when it pisses me off, because why can't that be me? Why isn't that me out there? Why did I pick a profession where I'm not allowed to do that stuff? I mean, I can do it, don't get me wrong, just not as often as everybody else. You gotta go home sooner or later. That is guaranteed. Unless you absolutely live in this truck, you gotta get out sooner or later. So guys, just wanted to make a quick video. I think we're going on 41 minutes here. It's already 20 minutes too long, but I wanted to give you an update on the truck. Got my truck back. You'll see the pictures. What my plans are here in a few weeks. Yeah. Who is that cop gonna pull over? Nope, he's just sitting back. Now he's coming out. I'm doing 60. Thank God I got over, because I was doing 70 and a 55. Let's see where he's at before I end this video. Nah, I think he's just cruising back there. So anyway, guys, we will see you in the next video. Give it a thumbs up. I appreciate all 3 of you that watch my videos. And we'll see you in the next one. Bye.